Hey guys, it is Jennifer from LuLaRoe by Jennifer and Ellen, and I have been promising my VIPs for days now that I was going to do a video on the Carly, and specifically how to layer your Carly with tees. We've all seen it layered with a Joy like I'm wearing right now. You've seen it layered with Lindsay's and Sarah's, and that's easy. It is so easy to take one of the layering pieces and throw it on over a Carly and walk out the door. But what I want to show you today is how to take the LuLaRoe basics, the basic tees, pair them with your Carly, and totally transform your outfit and how you wear the Carly. The Carly is so much more than a dress. As easy breezy as it is and as comfortable as it is to just throw it on and walk out the door, there's so much more that you can do with it. So what I'm going to do today, I'm going to show you the Irma, the Randy, the Classic, and the Perfect, and I'm going to show you different ways to wear them and how to style them over your Carly to really transform your wardrobe. So the first piece I'm going to start with is going to be the Irma. So I'm going to take off my Joy. I'm going to hang it up because I'm going to use this again when I show you the Classic tee. I'm going to show you a really cool way that you can layer the Joy with your Classic in kind of a unique way. So the first piece I am going to use is an Irma. This is probably, I would say, Classic tee and Irma are the ones you probably see the most paired over the Carly. They're the easiest ones for those of you who are just, getting used to layering. So I am wearing true to size. So I am wearing my regular size Carly, and I'm wearing my regular size Irma extra small. You can totally size up in the Irma for this. You can wear true to size. It's kind of, if you find a print that you like. What I like about the extra small, wearing it true to size, I should say, is that your neckline. So the Irma kind of, I don't want to say a boat neck, but it has a wider cut wider cut neckline. So when you're wearing your size, it's only going to show a peak of the print here the larger you get. So if I was to size up to like a size small or a size medium, it is going to bring this down and show more of the print. So depending on the look that you're going for, that's how you're probably going to want to choose your size. So I'm wearing the extra small, and there's a few ways that you can kind of rock the Irma over the Carly. So what I'm doing here is I'm pulling the back up so that it's flush, like I'm pulling all the excess to the front. And then you can do something as simple as just a knot. So pull the fabric tight, and then what I like to do is I personally like to tie it where my waist is the smallest, so that I'm giving myself that really nice hourglass shape. So it's a super easy way to kind of spruce up the Carly. All I did was tie a front knot. If you don't like the look of the knot in the front, you can totally just tuck it under and hide it, and then no one even knows it's there. And if you're someone who doesn't want the knot in the front, you can do the exact same thing by tying the knot in the back. And again, if you don't like the knot hanging out, you can tuck it under as well. I'm not going to tie it right now, but this is the effect if you were to tie it in the back. So it's super cute, easy look. And what you can also do is add, I should have brought one down. I only brought my thin belt. It's not going to give the same effect. But if you were to put on a really thick belt right here, it would totally look like you were wearing a shirt and a skirt. So that's one way to rock the Irma over your Carly. And then again, you can do something as simple as, I'm wearing my belt backwards because the one side is sparkle and I don't want the sparkle right now. So you could totally just belt it. And then if you want, you can leave it down like this. I personally like to blouse it a little bit. And when you blouse it, I like to make sure that like my back is even with my front. And then you have, again, totally transformed the look of your Carly. And you can leave it, you can see it's a little bit pleated in the front from the way I belted it. If you don't like that, you can pull this and pull the pleats, pull it taut in the front, and then gather your pleats in the back like I did in the Carly video, and then you're going to get that really cool pleating effect in the back. So kind of depending on the look that you're going for, different ways to kind of style it with the Irma. So I am going to next show you the Randy. So this is one you probably haven't seen that often. I find when I wear the Randy, I actually like a size small. They're my favorite size Randys. I can wear the extra small if I'm wearing it with jeans or jean shorts. But if I'm wearing it for layering or if I'm wearing it with leggings, I always go up to a small because I like the length. I like where it hits. So this is a size small Randy, and probably the only way I would wear a Randy with a Carly is to tie it up. I wouldn't belt it because you've got that really, like the Randy's a very like sporty type look. And when you add that belt, it takes it to a different place. So if you're gonna do the Randy, I would totally keep it cash and just do a cute little knot. And look how awesome that looks. And that was all I did, was put on my Randy and tie it up. And I like the knot in the front, but again, you could totally tie it in the back. You could do a side knot if you would prefer. It's really just kind of, you know, on your mood and how you're feeling. But it's easy, super easy. Take a Randy. And I would totally size up in the Randy. And I like this particular material. This is that material that's like crazy stretchy. And I like this one for, especially for tying knots, because when I pull it, I have a lot of give, so it makes it really easy to tie knots. So again, this is just a Randy over a Carly, super easy. And that's it. All right, so I am moving on to Classic Tee. With the Classic, I am wearing true to size. You can, again, totally size up if you want to. Same thing like I said with the Irma. The larger you size up, the more of your print that you're going to see. If you don't want to see a lot of your print, then you can put your Classic Tee on backwards, because as you see, the neck is higher in the back. So if you were to put that on, it's going to hit right up here. You're just going to get a peek of that print. But then remember, in the back, you're going to get this dip. So it's kind of, you know, which way you prefer. If you're layering it up with like a Joy or a Lindsay or a Sarah, you're not even going to see that in the back. So it's, you know, totally which you prefer. So when you put your Classic over, and when you do any of the tops, when you put them over, except for the Randy because your neckline's so high, you're kind of gonna need to fidget a little bit to get it to line up properly. So I often will like pull my Carly down, I'll pull my shirt up a little bit. You kind of gotta fiddle until your neckline is even. There you go. So one thing that you can do, I lost my belt. Where did my belt go? All right, I'll grab it in a second. So one thing that you can do is, again, simply knot it up. And if you wanted to size up on your Classic, I should have brought one over and I didn't, but if you want to size up on your Classic, you will have a lot of room in the sleeve, and you can do really cute knots on your sleeve. And again, it's just a different way to style the Carly, and you can do the same thing that I showed before, where if you don't want those pleats in the front, you can kind of straighten it out, tuck it in, and then you'll get that cool pleating in the background. So this is how you can rock. And again, you want to tie it in the back, go ahead and tie it in the back. And let me grab my, oh, there's my belt. All right, so here's my belt. So if you wanted to belt your Classic, you can see it's starting to give a little bit of a peplum type feel, because you're getting a little more volume down here, and especially because your Irma is straight cut, whereas your Classic Tee is a little bit A-line. So when you put that belt on, you're kind of accentuating the A-line of your Classic. So you could totally leave it belted like this. You could do a little knot if you wanted. You could blouse it out just like you did with the Irma. So you can kind of play around and see what look you like the most. But these are all different ways to, you know, rock some of the tees over the Carly. Now, something I'm going to show you now. Let me get my belt to stay. There we go. I am going to throw on a Joy underneath my Carly and show you how it can totally transform when you're wearing the Classic. So I am gonna slip on my Joy. And again, this is a great trick. If you have a Joy in your closet, like I definitely, I'm not gonna lie, I size up in a lot of LuLaRoe. One of the pieces that's very hard to size up in is a Joy, because you get a lot of extra fabric in the body, and sometimes it just doesn't look right. But I do have a medium turquoise lace Joy because it is turquoise and it is fabulous, and I had to have it. But I have a hard time wearing it on its own because it is so bulky. Sometimes I'll put the rubber band trick in the back. I have bobby pinned it to tighten it up a little bit. But it's a great layering piece because nobody knows it's too big when you layer it. So if you have a Joy that's a little bit big, this is a great way to rock it, and nobody will know. So I put on my Joy, and now I'm putting my Classic back on. And again, gonna kind of have to fiddle to get everything to lay evenly and to look right. So you can wear, you know, I'm gonna do this way first. So the first thing you can do is, I'm just gonna knot it up. Going back to my knot. I'm a knot kind of girl. You know what? It's the easiest way to transform clothes. And rubber bands, I love them, but I'm not gonna lie, I always lose them. So I always go back to my trusty knot. Okay, so here we go. I just knotted a classic over a Joy over a Carly, and it's a super cute look. If you don't like these flaps hanging down in the front, go ahead and just push them to the side. And now you have a little more of your print of your Carly, and you just kind of have it draping to the side. And if you really want to push it to the back, go ahead and actually, I'm going to lift my shirt because I'm going to get it completely. I'm actually taking the Joy off the front and totally removing it to the back. So it's almost going to give you like a cape-like feel. So what I did here is I actually put the entire Joy in the back, and you're going to want to tuck your back under to get it to lay flat. And now I have a totally different look with my Joy and my classic, simply by layering my pieces together. So don't be afraid to go into your closet and kind of like play around. This is a look that you could do with two Joys like this. If right now, I should have brought it down too. If you had a red, like I have a red lace Joy, so I could do this with the red and the black, and then throw my tee on top, and just give it a little more dimension with like a pop of color. Lots of really cool things that you can do with layering up your pieces. So don't be afraid to like play around in your closet. Last piece I am going to show you is going to be the Perfect. So I am going to start with true to size. So I'm going to start with an extra small Perfect tee. This is probably the shirt that you need to fiddle with the most to get it to lay right because it is the biggest scoop neck. So the easiest way to fix it is to go underneath and actually pull your Carly down and then pull your Perfect up. It's the easiest way to kind of get it even. And you can kind of fiddle around. Like you saw when I first had it on, the scoop was all the way like down here. I actually pulled it higher up and pulled that scoop down back in the back to kind of bring it up a little bit. If you want to see more of that print, go ahead and just leave it, you know, pull it down where the Perfect should be, and you'll get a little more of that print underneath. So, okay, so right now I'm just rocking my regular size Perfect over my Carly. And again, super easy. This is like the exact same thing I've done on every look, but it looks a little bit different depending on the style of shirt that you have. So right now I'm just knotting it up. I'm not doing a nice knot just because, just doing it for the video. All right, so I knotted up my front, and then you're left with these flaps. All you do is tuck them under. Tuck them under, and again, you kind of want to do it where your waist is the smallest, so it's going to give you a really nice A-line shape. If you don't want to do it, hit it that high, say you're really high-waisted, or you are fuller chested and you don't want it to give you that crop kind of look, you can also take your, well, first, before I do that, I'm going to show you this look. So here I have it tied up at my natural waist. I tuck the back in, roll it, make it look really cute, and here is one simple way. If you don't want it up that high, if I can get my knot out, then all you're going to do, drop it back down, and you're going to tie it more at like where your hips are. So you're going to tie it lower. Like I would say my belly button's up here, so I have it dropped pretty low. And then you're going to do the exact same thing and tuck it under, and there you go. So you have two different ways that you can kind of rock it to keep it flattering. You either want to do it where your waist is the smallest, or you're going to want to drop it down to where your hips are. But those are going to be the two most flattering points. So here is another simple way of just rocking the Perfect. And then where is my belt? All right, here we go. I'm adding a belt. So this is such a cute little look. By putting your belt on, now you've really kind of started giving yourself a little bit of, I'm gonna pull my, there we go. Starting to give yourself a little bit of a peplum feel. And I love the way that the Perfect tee kind of gives you that scoop in the front, and it follows the line of the front of your Carly, and you get the peak of that print underneath. And this is something that would be so awesome with like a printed Perfect and like a solid. You can totally do your little, you know, some pattern mixing in there, but really a cute look to kind of mix it up. And again, you want to see a little more print, you could add a little knot right there and kind of, I would probably do it on the end. I thought I grabbed the end. There we go. You could do a little knot, you can tie both sides up, you could do, tie both of your ends together. So a lot of different like simple tricks that you can do to just this look to kind of transform it and make it a little bit different. And again, if you want to blouse it a little bit, you can totally blouse it. And you could just blouse your perfect tee. So when you want to just blouse the perfect and not your Carly, so you want to keep the length of the Carly. I'm going to come back down for a second so I can show you how you do that. So when you pull up the perfect, you saw it pulled the Carly up. If you don't want to pull your Carly up, hold your Carly and then pull your perfect. And that will allow you to blouse the perfect without pulling your Carly up. So you could rock it that way. I personally like it if I'm going to blouse it, I'm going to pull it all up. And this is a great trick to shorten your Carly, because look how much I shortened it. But I still get that really cute, flirty, feel. It's kind of got a lot of movement. It's super fun. And one other trick I'm going to show you with your perfect tee is layering up. So I'm going to take off, again, this is an extra, extra small. This is a trick that you can do with literally any size perfect tee. You could go, this is a large. So I'm going to double them up. I'm actually going to wear a large and my extra, extra small. So I'm going to put my larger size on first. So here I have my large, and I'm gonna fix the hem or the neckline before I put my second one on, okay? And now I'm gonna add my second perfect. And this is one, you need 2 different sizes to do this look in order to get the effect. And I would say you probably want to have at least like a 2 size difference. If you were to do, like if I was to use an extra small and the extra, extra small, it's not going to give me enough of a length difference. So I would say if you're, normally an extra, extra small and that's the one piece you're rocking, then you're going to want to go at least to a small, if not to a medium. The bigger size difference you go, the more dramatic the look is going to be. So it kind of depends on how you're feeling and the look you're going for. But again, I'm wearing a size large, and then I have my extra, extra small. So I'm just going to make sure I am all pulled down. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my belt back on. Okay, so now I've pulled my belt back on. I'm going to just blouse the black one just a smidge. And now look how cute this look is. So now I have 2 perfects on. I have a extra, extra small black, I have the large mustard, and then I have my Carly. And it just gives you a lot of movement, just a little more character, just, something a little bit fun. And again, you can do the same thing if you want. You can totally blouse your Carly up and shorten it up, give you a little more length, and it gives you that little like awesome tiered skirt look. So just a little bit something different to kind of play around with in your closet. And one last thing I want to show you. I'm actually not going to try it on, but I just want to show you. If you were to take this look and put a Cassie on, I am going to put on because I want you to be able to see it. So give me 1 second. I am going to throw on a Cassie. So now I've thrown on a Cassie. I'm going to pull it up just a little bit. Okay. So now I have on my Cassie, and it kind of gives you the feel that I have this like really awesome tiered top, and then I have on my little pencil skirt. So these are, some simple, easy tricks. You have all these pieces, I'm sure, in your closet. These are fabulous ways to kind of mix up your wardrobe. Spring is here, summer is coming, the Carly's gonna be your best friend, and this is a great way to take some of your basic pieces in your closet and totally transform your summer wardrobe. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for the next one. It will probably be in like the next like 2-3 weeks. I'm going away, so when I get back I will put together the next video. In the meantime, don't forget to join our VIP group, www.facebook.com/group/LuLaRoe by Jennifer and Ellen, or you can find us at www.mamaswithflair.com. Have an awesome day, guys, and I will see you guys next time.